Then there's Backrooms. A24 is yeah, like I've been waiting for this one to show up like for the longest time, ever since it was greenlit, and now we're seeing it. Um, well, yeah, like there is that Steam game, like with A24, and even your uncle, the one that introduced him to the universe of the Backrooms was his son, right? So it is a big cultural aspect, and then now we're seeing this creepy pasta. Come on, the only thing that is quite ironic is that it's a rated R movie, and many of its fans are not entirely of age yet. They'll find a way to watch it, but by
Yeah,
themselves, I don't know. Depends on if cinemas basically cinema shouldn't care anymore, right? Like they shouldn't need butts on seats, but yeah, not being
yeah.
unethical or anything.
I do like the look of this trailer. I think I've seen this game before, or at least like the short film that this was based on. There's a lot of games, a lot of indie games that have implemented this sort of style of being in this kind of space that's fairly vacant with like very specific lighting, with places that look like they are well illuminated in other areas that don't. And because the area is so sparse with like open rooms and doors, you're not quite sure what's going on. And it sort of leans into that horror aspect of fear of the unknown. And because there's no music, when you're walking around in these sort of spaces, I've seen a lot of like analog horror properties like implement this sort of thing where you're just in a open, clean space, not much going on, but there's random stuff just littered in the area in a way that just makes you feel unsettled because you're like, who's been here before? What's going on here? I hear a sound. What is that? And this trailer really does a good job of selling you on the idea of this sort of unknown space. And you have Chiwetel Ejiofor walking around just freaking out as this place goes on for a while. They're testing the limits of it. Clearly, some weird crap is going on. You only get a quick glimpse of the sort of horrors that they're like looking into, but I think it's really well filmed. It captures that sort of aesthetic of the the short film and the games, but brings it into live action. I also like the fact that they have what looks like what VCR kind of camera with that old school like visual aesthetic on there. And there's a quick glimpse of a young woman in there, and she was one of my favorite people from the Apple TV show Shrinking. So
Mhm.
to see her in here, I'm like, yay, cool. So I'm hopeful about this film. I really hope that it's good and it gets like, sort of positive word of mouth that will, snowball and have some success. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it. Like, did you enjoy that trailer?
Oh yeah, definitely did. First, I thought it was like, oh, another like let's see where it goes for. And then the moment I saw the A24 logo, I was just like, they're gonna do something weird, and the kind of weird that you like, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they gave just about enough for me to be interested in, and not too much, so that like, oh, you know how trailers are these days. They basically give away the whole movie, right?
Yeah,
What's the
yeah.
point? But yeah, I am looking forward to it. It is like a lot sooner than I thought it would be. So yeah, basically one of the films I'm actually more hyped about this film rather compare like Mortal Kombat 2, but I'll still watch Mortal Kombat 2. See how that goes.
Oh no, understandable. I think this property has the opportunity to do something fairly different and offer like, an experience that people aren't expecting because with Mortal Kombat, especially with the amount of games that there are in the franchise, there's only so many different directions that they could go plot-wise, and considering the reception of the previous one, unless they happen to like knock it so far out of the park that we're blown away, I think we sort of have a rough idea of how that film will turn out. And it could still be really good, but I think there's an element of mystery that the back room has in its like has an advantage to like, sort of shock and surprise people. So yeah.
Mhm.